This video goes along with the practice test questions from your I can statements. So this is the last page of that. You're going to have a section on your test, and hopefully you understood diminishing marginal utility from demand. So this is basically the same thing. Once you've gone through and watched your videos on marginal, you should understand that marginal means additional. So what we're going to look at here are the additional costs and benefits of studying. The first hour of studying, the second, third, fourth, and fifth hour of studying. So what we're going to do here is your benefit column, and we're just looking at when we are doing 0 hours of studying, obviously our benefit and cost is going to be 0. What happens when we spend that first hour studying? Our benefit goes from 0 to 10, so that's an addition of 10. If we study the second hour, our benefit goes from 10 to 21. So from 10 to 21 is a difference of 11. So our marginal benefit, or the additional benefit of just this second hour of studying, is 11 because we were already getting 10. Now our total benefit is 21, but I want to know what your marginal benefit is. So we had 10, now we have 21, which is an addition of 11. So when we study that third hour, we already have a benefit of 21. We go to 30. So that third hour, that additional benefit is 9. That's the difference. We take 30 and then subtract the 21 that we already have, so we have an addition of 30. Now look what happens when we study for another hour. So what happens here is you are completely understanding of the content. Any additional studying, you're not benefiting at all. So from 30 to 30 is an additional benefit of 0. And then what you can see sometimes is that the benefit actually starts to go backwards. And maybe studying for this one isn't necessarily the best example for a negative benefit, but there are times where if you continue to do the same thing, you're actually going to see a negative number for your additional benefit. So from 30 to 28, make sure you're getting that -2. And here are the cost. From 0 to 1 is a cost of 1. So going from 0 hours of studying to 1 hour of studying, the marginal cost is just 1. It's very low. If we study another hour, what we have to give up in relationship to what we gain, that additional cost is now 11. If we continue to study and we go from 12 to 25, the additional cost is going to be the difference from 25 to 12, which is a marginal cost of 13. If I continue to study, I'm going to have to give up even more. So I have additional cost of 20, and then here we see an additional cost of 25. So what this is telling me is this first hour is beneficial, and you're actually getting more than you got the second hour. It's starting to make sense. But as you continue to study, the benefits that you get start to diminish. And this doesn't make a nice little graph like was in your notes, but what you will see is your marginal benefits are decreasing at the same time that your marginal costs are increasing. So this is the point that economists think is very important. So what you would find is 2 hours of studying gives you a marginal benefit of 11 and a marginal cost of 11. So based on this, how many hours you should study, it is the point where your marginal benefits equal your marginal costs. So you're going to study for 2 hours, because if we study beyond that, notice what happens. Your cost is greater than your benefit. And if we don't study up to that, your costs are lower than your benefit. So the maximum number of hours that you should be studying is 2 hours.